Hello FlossTube, welcome to my channel. My name is Robin and this is my channel Lady Robin's, where we talk about cross stitch. So this is FlossTube number 116 for me, and today is Thursday the 19th of May. Yep, double checking my calendar, it's the 19th of May. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're a returning friend and subscriber, welcome back. I'm really happy that you're here. If you're a new friend and subscriber, welcome to you as well. I'm thrilled that you have decided to come visit me and see what my FlossTube channel is all about. In case you're interested, I'm also on Instagram, also under the same hashtag, Lady Robin. So you can follow me in two places if you're interested. So we have a little bit of an overcast afternoon here in the Pacific Northwest, but I'll take it. It's not raining. So that's a good thing for us, right? No rain, we'll take it. I'm trying to think what has been going on. I know I didn't film last week, just the week kind of filled up, and before I knew it, it was Thursday evening, and I thought, well, maybe I'll film on Saturday, and then Saturday came and went, and then I thought, maybe I'll just film on Monday. Well, I work on Mondays. That doesn't work at all. So I appreciate your patience with me and finally getting a moment to sit down in front of the camera and have a little chat with you all. So what have I been doing in 2 weeks? 2 weeks of stitching is a lot of stitching to wrap up with you and have a discussion. So I have 2 FFOs, so that's exciting. So let's start with my FFOs. They are finishes from the Erica Michaels Designs Spring Berry book. And this is Hop into Spring, and there's my topper. I've got my felt all cut into the leaf shapes, and I've got myself a nice button. I'm going to order some of the, Just Another Button Co. pins that have the polymer clay toppers on them that are spring themes to add to this berry. And then I have a second Erica Michaels Spring Berry that I finished, and this is Spring Has Sprung. And I found this really cool button. It kind of looks like a rose. I found it in my button bin, and it's just so much fun. I kind of went a little rogue here. I stem stitched right down the middle of these leaves, and then again I did kind of the scalloped edge topper. And if you're wondering how I learned how to do this, go watch Helen D. Helen D is the master of all things berries, and she has 2 tutorials, one on making the berry itself and then another one on making the toppers. And so I learned from the best. I learned from Helen D and her wonderful tutorials. So go, 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 go. Do not stop. Go. Do not collect $200. Head to Helen D's channel, and she's the wonder behind learning how to do this. So here are my 2 FFOs. So I didn't get all 3 stitched, but that's okay. I'm happy to have 2 done, and I have put them in a glass bowl that sits on my dining room table with some other spring themed pillows. So I've got these in there as well, and I couldn't be happier with how they turned out. I mean, they were easy. You guys, I can't believe it. I said it. They were easy to make. I mean, it's one straight stitch up here. The worst part is actually cutting the fabric into your kind of fan shape and just trusting that the template is right. That's the hardest step, is cutting into that linen. But once you've done that, boy, the rest of this it just flows. It's really super fun. But I was really surprised though how long the toppers take to make. I kind of think, I think of this, the stuffing of the berries and all of that as being really super hard. And that for me was actually easier than the toppers, because I kind of had to step outside of my comfort zone a little bit, and they turned out super cute. So I'm looking forward to getting those pins to stick in there to give them a little more dimension. And then this button is so heavy. When I put it in my display with my other spring pillows, the button kind of sags. So I'm thinking about, leave me a comment, tell me what you think. I'm actually thinking about getting my hot glue gun out. Hot glue gun, right? And hot gluing this so it stays in place when I put it in my bowl, because otherwise it kind of flips and wiggles, and I see the the big shank underneath. So there might be a little hot gluing in my future to take care of that one little issue. But I think they turned out great. I'm really happy with my finished product. So I'm looking forward to stitching up some spring berries and getting those going here pretty quickly. So those are my two finishes, two little berries. And if you're doing the berry season sale with Helen D, make sure you hashtag it on Instagram so we can all see what you've done and what creative toppers you went for on your finishes. So that's what I did, and it was, like I said, it was super fun. So yay, I'm glad to have those finishes. The other thing that I have been trying to get back to the last couple of weeks is my 25/7 stitching. So let me show you. I am working on a super old whip. I am working on a year of Blackwork, and it's a sale, it's a free sale by Peppermint Purple. There is a Facebook group that you can follow. This one came out in 2019, 2020. Don't quote me, but anyway, I'm working on that. It's been hanging around forever, and I just thought I can work on this. So what I was able to finish since last we got together, I think I finished those two Blackwork boxes, and then I'm working on this this long one here, and I am having a really great time. I'm stitching this on nothing fancy. This is 28 count white Linda fabric, I believe. So just a real nice even weave. Pretty big holes to stitch my Blackwork through. So I think it's turning out really great, and I love having this to work on for 25 minutes every day and see where I end up. So yeah, I am just having the best time working on that. And I was a little nervous because I looked in my bag to see on my pattern what was coming up next, because this is the pattern, and I'm working. That's not where I'm working. Where am I working? Well, anyway, I probably threw it away. I realized that I hadn't printed the pattern all the way down to week 52, because when this first came out, you were supposed to stitch one of these boxes every week, and there were 52 boxes, and I realized that my pattern didn't go all the way to the end of the page, and so I was worried that maybe I hadn't saved the entire thing. But yay, luckily past Robin helped present Robin out. I have saved all of the pages, so I do have a complete copy, and it just does my heart good to see a little progress every day. And like I said before, I don't quite get to 25/7 stitching every single day anymore, because I do have a couple of morning shifts. So there are days when I I just don't have time to do it. But for the majority of the days that I do, it just does my heart good to sit with my cup of coffee and my stitching and just make some progress on this guy. And that reminds me, I got rolling and I didn't show you my mug of the day. And guess what? I forgot to bring one, which is probably why I forgot. I've just got pop today, you guys. I've got sugar-free Canada Dry ginger ale. I completely spaced mug of the day, so you'll have to forgive me. I guess I can't take a week off because I forget my routine. Oh well. So anyway, that's my 25/7 project, which I have been having a complete blast working on. So there's that. I gotta put my Bitsy Bob back in my bag or I will never be able to find it. I'm addicted to Bitsy Bobs. You'll see that in just a minute here. Okay, so that's my 25/7 project. And then Whip Go. How am I doing on Whip Go projects? So my Whip Go pieces this month are Huckleberry Farm is not Whip Go. What is? Coverlet Houses by the Scarlet House. That's what it is. So I give myself the task of stitching on whatever is called for Whip Go 5 days out of the month. And so I am stitching Coverlet Houses by the Scarlet House. And I have stitched on this piece 4 days out of my allotted 5, and I am loving my progress. So there is, I've almost got the first color block done. So yay, that's looking really good. I had bought this as a kit years and years ago. It came with the chart and it's kitted up in silks. It's NPI silks, so that's fun. And then they didn't kit it up with fabric, so you had the ability to put it on whatever fabric you wanted to stitch it on. You weren't kind of, being controlled by the kit. So I picked up 32 count platinum Belfast linen. So that's what I'm stitching. I'm stitching my Coverlet houses on. So there's my progress on that. I gotta tell you, the silk stitching is really interesting to me. The silk is so slippery that I keep unthreading my needle as I'm stitching. I'm like, this does not happen to me with cotton. So it feels like, and it probably is, it feels like it's taking me twice as long to stitch it because I have to keep re-threading my needle. It's just the funniest thing. I can't figure out what I'm doing if I'm like, oh, I'm stitching with silk and so I'm, stitching slightly differently or what that is, but it's very, very peculiar how that is going for me. So anyway, there's my first Whip Go piece. This is a month where number 13 is called, the one in the middle, and you have the choice of leaving that blank or filling that in. And I filled mine in. I wanted a start. So I have a start for you, and it is a dimensions kit. This is for my sister. She, I think I told you this on last FlossTube. This kit she gave me for, I think it was for Christmas, but she was kind of hinting quite strongly that if I didn't really like it, I'm welcome to stitch it and give it to her. So for her birthday, I give it back to her with 4 different pieces of linen in a bag. And I said, it comes with a black Aida. And I said, I can't easily stitch on black. It'll take me 3 times longer. And so I said, please pick one of these fabrics and I will stitch it on that for you instead, because that will make it easier. And so she picked this fantastic this fantastic linen. This is part of this is like the one Fabric of the Month club I'm still in. It's by Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers, and there's way more green in here than my camera shows. Last time I could not get it to show. Nope, it's not even close. So anyway, what I have done is I have started this for my sister. So the kit is called A Whole Lotta Latte. Let's see if I can slide the kind of the title page out of there. There you go. Yeah, so it's big, bold, vibrant colors, and I showed her that I have finally started this, and she was very thrilled to see that yes, it finally has moved from the kitted up part of my bookcase to the active whip part of the bookcase. So here is my progress on A Whole Lotta Latte, and yeah, I'm just starting on that very first coffee mug, and it's going well. I'm finding the floss management is, I mean, this is a crazy thing. It's just like, how on earth do you stitch with this stuff? I mean, it's so long. So what I figured out is if I do a loop start, some threads you use 2 strands of floss, and some you use 3. So it's not necessarily challenging. It's just that you really have to pay attention. But anyway, I've figured out that if I, clip 1 strand up here and pull it out, and then fold it in half and do a loop start, then it's still a little long for me, but not so bad. I can make it work. But man, look at those pretty colors. Yeah, I can see this up in my sister's kitchen when it gets done. She likes herself some bright colors. So anyway, there you are. There is one of the new starts that I have had in the past 2 weeks. So I've never stitched a dimensions kit, so this is all new to me, and I'm having fun, and that's the name of the game, right? With our stitching, gotta have fun. I hear Cyndi Lauper in my head, girls just wanna have fun. So anyway, again, there's my start on A Whole Lotta Latte. So I'll have to slot that in for a few more days, because I've only stitched on it 1, and so I owe this piece at least 4 more days. So anyway, well, I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how to get that going again. So there is my first start for May, and then the second thing that I started is my July, grabbing the bag, my July Snowflower Diary piece. And let's see here. That one I also only gave it 1 day of love, so it's not much of a start. But here's our chart. Got 3 flamingos in the chart, and here is my start on those silly flamingos. And I'm stitching this 2/2, and it's on 32 count Lakeside Vintage Butter Pecan. That's my fabric for this. So I need to get, hunkered down over this piece, because July will be here before I know it, and I want to make sure I have that up and ready to go. So that was my second start in July, and you know what? I had a third start. All of a sudden I had this little thought that, wait a minute, wait, hold the phone. There's a third start. Geez, what the heck? I also started the Hummingbird, the broad-billed Hummingbird from the Bird Crush Club. I started this guy, and here it is. I don't know if I showed you this before. I might have showed you this before. So anyway, there is my Hummingbird. I need to fill in his belly. And when you are part of the Bird Crush Club, you get the chart and you get one specialty floss, and the specialty floss is this month for the tummy of the little hummingbird. So I am looking forward to stitching with this Threadworks floss. So that's gonna just be beautiful when that is all stitched up. And in fact, here's the back of the chart. You can see how wonderful the tummy is on the Hummingbird using that floss. So there is my Hummingbird. So that, oh, things went tumbling. Oh shoot. So there is my my Hummingbird, and I think I worked on him 3 days this month. I mean, he's not a whip go call, but I just really wanted to work on one of my Bird Crush pieces. So there is that, and I can't remember what the fabric is. I know I'm not doing anything terribly original. I'm doing whatever Stephanie said. 32 count water Sprite linen by Seraphim fabrics. So that's what I'm doing. Again, super fun stitch. I am loving working on that, and that, I just have the tummy to do, and then those few flowers around him, so that won't take too much time to finish off. And again, I am using a not a Floss Buddy. What is it? A Bitsy Bob by Kelly of That's So Kelly, and I love those things. I have them all over the house. If I could afford to have one in every whip, I would do that. They just hold so much stuff. They keep me organized. Yeah, if you haven't seen these things, these are like genius. You know, you've got a see-through pocket so you can put scissors and extra needles. There's a magnet there, and then this, of course, is a felt, so your thread sticks to it. Oh my gosh, I love these things, and I try not to lose what project they go to. In fact, this one I believe is from, yeah, that's from my sister's from my sister's piece. You can see I didn't have any leftover bits when I stopped. So anyway, not affiliated, just a fan of the Bitsy Bob. Okay, so what else have I been stitching on? I also have put a lot of time into Huckleberry Farm. So let me show you where I'm at on Huckleberry Farm. So in case you're new here, here's our chart by the blue flower, the Huckleberry Farm. And I am working up in here. I have spent quite a bit of time working on that yellow farmhouse. And I am doing this on a 36 count fabric. It is by BeStitchMe, and I've said this before. I contacted Brandy, who is the owner of BeStitchMe, and I said, I need a fabric for Huckleberry Farm. The called for doesn't do it for me, and I pretty much want something that looks exactly like the cover of the pattern, and this is what Brandy dyed for me, and it is fantastic. My girlfriend Lynn has also wanted to stitch Huckleberry Farm, so she has contacted Brandy, and Brandy still has the recipe for this fabric. She called it Huckleberry, and so Lynn has also ordered a piece of Huckleberry from Brandy, and I don't know what count Lynn is doing, but I am doing it on 36 count, and I'm doing it 1/2 with all the called for floss. I'm not doing anything fancy, no fanciness here. So anyway, when last we got together, I think I had just started working on the house. I think I had maybe the bottom part and the steps, and so I've got the first floor, and the second floor is almost done. I still have to put the yellow house color between all the windows, and then get the peaked roof and the gable in, and then my little farmhouse will be done. So that's gonna be so fun. And then after that, I'm gonna get to work on the bear and the bee skep. And then once I get that guy done, then I think I'm gonna go down and work a little bit on this border. So that's, you know, next steps on Huckleberry Farm. I just love this piece. I am so looking forward to getting it finished and getting it up on my wall. And again, I'm not substituting. I am doing all of the called for flosses. So, you know, it's a mixture of fancy floss and DMC. So, you know, there's quite a few yummy colors in here, but it's making me happy. I just love working on it. It is such a fun stitch, and I just love all those little motifs. I can hardly wait to stitch the alphabet, but also in the middle, this cute little phrase: one for me, one for the bucket. Yeah, one for the basket. That's how I like to pick blueberries and huckleberries. Yep, one for me, one for the basket. I remember when we were kids, my mom would take us to pick blueberries. About 2 miles away, there used to be a blueberry farm, and we would go there, and my mom, she would get so mad at us. She'd say, "You guys, you can't just stand here and eat the blueberries." It was so funny because my sister and I would be like, "Yum, yum, 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 yum," and my mom's like, "No, we have to pay for them. You have to put them in the basket. We have to check out, and then you can eat them to your heart's content." I'm not sure we did very well following Mom's directions, because we like blueberries around here. In fact, I have you know, in my little suburban yard, I have 5 blueberry bushes in my yard. And the funny thing is, I don't know what varieties they are. They're all different though. Every bush has either every bush, the berries taste slightly different, and some are bigger and some are sweeter. And the way that happened was, we were at I think it was Fred Meyer. In fact, I know it was Fred Meyer. We were up at the Fred Meyer by our house towards the end of summer a number of years ago. I mean, like 5 or 6 years ago at least. And they had plants off to the side, and they were 50% off. And I got to looking at them, and I said to my husband, I said, "Look at this. They've got these blueberry bushes. They're half off, and they had berries on them." And it was just like I was a kid. So we stood there, and we were tasting the berries to decide which bushes to buy based on which ones we liked and which ones we didn't like. You know, the ones we didn't like, we were going to leave behind. And then in the end, I don't think I'm making it up, but I think we bought all of them anyway. And then we just scattered them throughout our yard. So I have all sorts of different blueberries, and I wish I had left the tag on the bushes, because they all, of course, had a grower's tag on them, and you know, they've all disappeared, because there's one bush that, of course, is our favorite, and it was, you know, they're not that big, but it has fairly substantial blueberries on it, and they're the sweetest. And it's like, if I could figure out what that is. There's one that doesn't produce very many. I'm like, if I could figure out what that one is, I would get that variety again and replace this poor producer. So anyway, way more than you wanted to know about berries, I'm sure. But anyway, it just got me thinking about how much fun we have with berries around here. I'm trying to think what else. Let's see, this is Snowflower Diaries. We've already gone over that. I guess what we could talk about a little bit is plans, because the next thing I'm planning on working on is some summer berries from Erica Michaels Design. So there is this one. Let me take that out. It'll be a little crinkly, sorry. So I want to stitch some summertime berries, and that's a much better shot at it. So I'm gonna definitely do these two for sure, and if I have time, I'll do that third one. But I wanna start a berry, and I was in Jody, who is one of the Steel City Stitchers. She had a Fabric of the Month club, and I've since stopped being in her club, not because I don't love her fabric, I really do, but I just got so much, and I started thinking, I'm never going to be able to use this all up, so I wanted somebody else to have the opportunity to get some Jody fabric. But this piece of Jody fabric, I think, is going to be really yummy for that middle berry. So I've got that staked out, and then I do have also the Halloween berries, and so I'm gonna use this Jody fabric for one of the Halloween berries. So I'm definitely making plans on my fabrics already for upcoming berry stitches, and I thank Jody for her fantastic dyeing, because of her, I've got fabric for upcoming berries already, and that's really exciting. So I've got that, and then I do have some more white. I think I've got an antique. I think I have some 32 count antique white in my stash that I think I'll do that other berry with the real colorful motifs on it, the flamingo and the flip-flop and all that. So I think I'll use antique white for that other berry. So that will be fun. So that's kind of upcoming plans. I'm gonna keep chugging away with my WIPGO goals, and then of course do the bird crush piece. And tomorrow I have got the greatest thing ever happening. I am heading off to the Olympic Peninsula, I believe, and I'm going with two girlfriends, and these girlfriends are sisters, and they have had for years a reading weekend where they rent a cabin out in the national park, and then they just kind of disconnect, and they read for the whole weekend. And they invited me to go along with them, and I'm so excited to go with them. But one of them is my girlfriend Lynn, who is also a stitcher, and she said, it's okay if you bring your cross stitch. I'm like, okay, good. So I am planning on 2.5 days of alternating between reading and cross stitching. So I'm trying to figure out, what am I going to take with me in terms of stitching. I am going to take this Diamond Eye by Kate Quinn as one of my books, and I'm a little over halfway in this one, so I think I'll need to bring a second book, because I have a sneaking suspicion I'm gonna polish that one off during the reading weekend. So I've got an Ellie Alexander mystery. So I think I'll bring Ellie with me. And then I think I'll bring Huckleberry Farm as my big piece. And I'm toying between taking my July Snowflower Diary, because I really need to get some progress done on that, or taking my Bird Crush piece because I think I could get a finish. So, you know, I want to take, you know, one big piece and then a smaller piece. And you know me, I'll probably in the end I'll take all three of them because I won't be able to leave anybody behind. So I'm thinking about that. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun. And let's see here. Oh, purchases. I do have a little tiny bit of haul to show you. I have, let me just grab it here. I have the next installment in the 12 Days of Christmas stocking ornament from Annie Bees, or Crazy Annie's. And can you see that? There we go. Yeah. So like I said, I haven't started working on any of these. I'm gonna wait until maybe September before I start working on these, but you know, they're coming in every single month, so that's good. So I'll be all set for that. And then I was completely inspired by one of our Pacific Northwest stitchers, Melody. If you're watching, I completely copied you. I copied you. I was sitting next to her at our last stitching meetup, and she finished 2 pieces, and both of them I wanted to stitch. So I hunted down the charts so that I can start stitching them. So one of them is a Blackbird design. The Winter is Past. And this is so pretty in person. I mean, you know, it doesn't look bad on the chart, but it is knock your socks off gorgeous in person. And Melody's stitching was phenomenal. It was really pretty. But tulips are my favorite flower, and man, I am dying to do that tulip border. So this is one of my haul pieces, and I already know that on this one, when I finish it, I think I am going to hem stitch it and have it be kind of like a table topper in my dining room, because it is so pretty. And while I love it as a framed piece, I'm getting quite a number of frame pieces up on my wall, and so I think this would look just really pretty on the table, hem stitched. And we all know that Susan Stanley, hi Susan if you're watching, she just did a tutorial a few videos back on hem stitching, and so I feel that I can do that based on Susan's tutorial. Plus, she doesn't live that far away, so if I really get stuck, I might text her and say, Susan, I'm stuck, or I'm afraid to cut the fabric. So anyway, this is on my list of things to start sooner rather than later. So that's The Winter is Past by Blackbird Design. And then the other thing that Melody was stitching, like I said, copy. I mean, we totally enable each other, don't we? Is Indigo Lane. Ooh, that's so glary. Let me just take the cover page out, by Brenda Gervais, who is With Thy Needle and Thread. And let me tell you, this is a hard chart to find. I wasn't on 1-2-3 Stitch. It wasn't on Everything Cross Stitch. I finally found it on Etsy, and I could only find 2 people on Etsy that sold this. So this is a tough one. I don't know when it was released. It's not that old. Copyright 2018. I don't know why this one's such a stinker to find, but I really struggled to find it. And I know I probably could have called Denise at Threadneedle Street or Janine at Acorns and Threads, and they probably could have helped me out. But you know, like I said, I was finally able to find that. So this also, this one, I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to finish it. Again, I don't really want to frame it, so this might end up being another hem stitched piece, or I might stitch it on a higher count fabric so it's not so big and then turn it into a pillow or a flat fold. So we'll see. But first I got to stitch it, right? The other thing that I got, I did not purchase this. I actually won a giveaway, and I hardly ever put in for giveaways because I have so much stuff, but I just could not try for this. This is one of the Hinzet mini block pieces, and these are adorable. They are older, they're a little bit harder to find, and so this I won from Janet Jabbers. So Janet, if you're watching, thank you. I really appreciate getting this from you. And this is the stitching mini, and it comes with, you know, it's got all the fabulous charms. So I am looking forward to stitching that up soon and getting that up. I think this one I'm thinking I will frame it because it'll be a little piece and get it up on the wall somewhere, probably here in the craft room. So thank you, Janet. Yeah, I'm really excited to have that. I had tried to win an auction with one of those, and it was the turtle one, and we all know I love turtles, and I didn't bid high enough, so I was like, darn. And let me tell you, I cannot find that thing. If you find somebody that's got the Hinzet mini block turtles, let me know, because I would love to have that. Okay, the last part of my haul is I did buy myself another Bitsy Bob, and like I said, I just love these things. You know, they're so well made. Kelly does such a good job, and like I said before, you know, you've got this zippered side with the see-through pocket, so you could put, you know, needles or scissors or, you know, whatever little things you want. You know, you could, you know, put in a DMC 310, because we always need a piece of black, don't we? If we're stitching, there's always black in it, or a white. But anyway, this one I think is going to go in the next piece. I'm thinking about making my 25/7 project is Harbor Haven. And I don't think I have a Bitsy Bob in Harbor Haven, so I think this will go in Harbor Haven, because I want to make some progress on that one. So that's my haul this time, and I have one thing for you. I have a chart that I want to share with you guys, and it's adorable and it's so sweet. And yet I don't think I'm ever going to get around to stitching it, because like you saw, I've got other things that are burning a hole in my pocket. So I believe I got this in maybe the Black Needle Society Niceless Christmas box, I think. But anyway, this is Winter Witches by Bendy Stitchy, and this is so cute. So if you would like to stitch Winter Witches, say witches, okay? Make that in your comment. And then, of course, don't forget, you need to be 18 years old so you can legally give me your address. Please be a subscriber. I really want this to go to somebody who will love it and stitch it. Don't forget, if it gets lost in the mail, you know, I'm sorry. I don't have a way of replacing it. So Also fill out my Google Happy Mail form that's in the drop down box below, and that way if you have filled out that form, when I go through and do the random comment picker and it selects your name and I've got your address, I will just drop it in the mail straight to you. If you haven't filled out the form, I'll just have the comment selector pick another winner, and I'll just keep doing that until I find somebody whose address I have. I will send this any place, so you're all welcome to say you want to stitch the winter witches. So I think that's it for me. You know, in terms of life is busy. My son graduates from high school in about 4 weeks, so that's crazy. Yeah, mom and dad are, you know, they're still doing their thing. I was over there this afternoon helping them with showers, so you know, life continues to be busy on that front, and I'll just keep doing what I can until I can't do it anymore. But right now, it's nice that my dad has decided that this is an okay thing to do, because there was a lot of pushback a couple of months ago, and he now is my biggest ally, and my mom is the one who's having a fit every time I say, it's shower day. She was like, not doing it. Today it took me, might have been 15 minutes to talk her into it. So it's a little challenging with mom. She's not quite so willing, but in the end we accomplished the goal, so that was great. So that's all for me, you guys. I really appreciate you being here. You know, like the video, subscribe to the channel, send me a comment, let me know what you're doing, how your stitching is going. Are you doing Mania? I am not really doing Mania, but I am thinking about another start next week. I really want to start my Silver Creek sampler piece for my husband, the Reaping Love piece, so I might have yet another start, so we'll see. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I appreciate y'all being here. I really have a great time visiting with you. I love commenting back on your comments if I can. So that's it for me today, you guys. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. It's supposed to be beautiful here this weekend, so I am looking forward to stitching and reading and no rain. All right, have a great rest of your weekend. I will see you next week. Okay, stitch happy, my friends. Bye.